Would you like kids in your missions discipleship groups to learn all they can about God and missions? Today, we're going to talk about how to apply current trends in education to our mission groups. As I researched this topic, I encountered many trends in education, some new and some that have been around for a while. I selected a few of these trends to highlight today. I think these trends can and should be used in our missions groups. The good news about some of these trends is that missions leaders have been implementing them for quite a while. Let's take a look at some of those trends. I'm going to share my screen with you. The first one I'd like to look at is experiential or hands-on learning. Learning by doing missions has always been a part of missions groups. Mission action or experiential learning can start with visiting a nursing home or sorting clothes at a clothes closet. As children grow, they can design their own mission projects and carry them out. And then the next one is to cultivate positive attitudes and gratitude. Demonstrating kindness and praying for missions come naturally to missions leaders. We can include praise and thanksgiving in our prayer time along with praying for missionaries. We disciple by setting a Christ-like example in all that we do. We can model gracious speech. Our positive attitude sets an example for kids in how to relate to others. And then learn current teaching strategies. Most leaders can learn from current teaching strategies used in schools. If you're a teacher or a parent, you've heard of STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. An example for science comes from our April unit. We learned about a missionary doctor in Ghana. One of the activities was to match familiar body parts to the medical name. For technology, kids could explore Google Earth to find the mission's focus area. I put the link for Google Earth at the bottom of the screen if you want to try it out. For engineering, challenge your kids to create an aid for seniors or to design a water filter. Kids could research weather forecasting inventions and how this impacts disaster relief. For mathematics, to help kids understand the lostness in our world, you could lead them to calculate lostness among people groups, or put some kids in charge of counting the missions offering for your group. The big takeaway about STEM for missions leaders is encouraging kids to ask questions, such as, why don't some countries allow their people to hear about Jesus? The next one is, instead of STEM, we have STEAM, the A, which stands for arts. Arts and music can easily be incorporated into your missions lessons. Let kids decide how they can minister to others using their gifts in the visual arts or in music. Gamification is an educational strategy that's been around for quite a few years. Most kids enjoy learning through games or just reviewing with games. And then collaborative or cooperative learning helps develop interpersonal skills. Plan your lesson so that kids can work in groups of 3 or 4 and set up learning activities and rotate kids through each station. Then bite-sized learning. Attention spans are getting shorter, so we need to use brief activities to introduce new topics. We also need to change activities frequently. Reading long passages will not hold a kid's attention anymore. Okay, and then finally, the teacher's role has shifted to facilitator instead of giver of knowledge. An old saying goes, tell me and I will forget. Show me and I may remember. Involve me and I will understand. Missions leaders are usually pretty good at this, but we can always do more to involve our kids in missions. We need to ask, what do we want kids to learn about missions and missionaries? Missions leaders know the goal for kids is not to retain facts, but to be inspired to do missions. Secular trends are correct in placing the focus on students. It's my opinion, though, that a caring teacher has the most positive effect on learning. She may not implement all of the latest trends in education exactly, but her love for kids is what will make a difference in how kids understand God and missions. Thank you.